Hey guys, welcome back. I'm Jim Bob and today I will be showing you how to make a super secret double piston hidden entrance. Now I'm sure you might be familiar with the concept of double piston extenders, but I have gone out and tried to make it so that it's 2 blocks high, so you can have a hidden entrance in a wall like this one behind me. So to open this door, I've just put a lever, but you could put any other activation device or hide this better, but you flick it and it pulls back the wall twice in a double piston extender and opens the ground up for a small base. Now of course you can just do something like this and just have some sticky pistons like this and then put any old block like that, and that will be flush with the wall. But when you go down it, you have these bad looking pistons on the side, so I've just made it like this so it looks much neater. Then of course you can close it by flicking the lever. Now to build this, you're going to need somewhere to put it, so I've just built this dirt mound over the top, but let's get into how to make it. Alright, so to make this build, you're going to need a setup like this, and feel free to pause the video if you want to see how I've built this. It's pretty simple. You can use any blocks, not just these wool color blocks, but I'm just doing that to separate different parts of the circuit. So I'll just go around here. Feel free to pause if you need to. And keep in mind that when you're building this, the wall is going to be here. So always remember that you have to dig it in from here. So I dig your 2 blocks where your hole is going to be, walk in and build your system like this. And in terms of materials, you're going to need 2 pieces of glass, 20 redstone dust, an observer, 2 comparators, 4 repeaters, a lever, 4 sticky pistons, your block that's part of your wall, and building blocks. So let's get started. First, put your lever here. I'm just going to put mine here to power it, but you can put it anywhere else or run a redstone line into here from another activation device. It's your choice. And from there we're going to put a repeater in here. Just put that lever back. And this is going to separate our 2 parts. We have our extender and activator for the back 2 pistons and the activator for the front 2. So now let's place 2 comparators facing in different directions like this, and redstone dust to make a pulse extender. Add a repeater set to 1 tick here, and redstone dust all around here. Now let's add the pistons. If you walk into your hole, go up to the orange block and place 2 pistons like so, and 2 more. You know you've got it right if these 2 pistons are in line with these purple blocks. Now we're going to place redstone on the purple blocks. Place it on all of the blocks except for this one, and here you're going to want to put an observer. That will just make sure the blocks pull back the stone at the right time. Next we're going to place redstone dust there and there, followed by 2 repeaters, both set to 4 ticks, and finally redstone dust up on the top. Now the last step is to get your glass, place one here and here, before placing dust on both and dust up the top. Now your mechanism should be working, so let's head in here and place our 2 stone blocks. I'm just going to fill in some of this space. And flick the lever. As you can see, that worked right, and it pushed the blocks up to the wall. And now I will flick it again. And there we go, pulled it back 2. So to make a base down here, you're just going to dig a tunnel like this and build whatever you want down the bottom. So that's how to build the contraption, and now I'm going to explain how it works. So when you flick this lever, it sends a signal to a few different things. Firstly, it sends it through this repeater straight into this block here, which makes sure this piston, once it's pushed forward, is powered. This does the same, but for the top piston. So over here we have this repeater, which powers this redstone dust as well as here. And because this is 4 ticks and this is 1 tick, when we flick the lever, it pushes these 2 pistons to push these 2 forward, and then this powers and this powers, which pushes them up against the wall. And so this is what it looks like. Pushes it flush. Next for the retraction, which is a bit harder. because when we flick this lever, we want it to retract these front pistons when they're in the extended position. We want to retract these two, then these two, and then power these two again to pull the stone. And so we do that by first using this repeater to power both these pistons. And so what happens is when you unflick the lever, these unpower, but because this is a pulse extender, it stays powered for longer than the 4 ticks. And so these two pistons stay for longer. So let's just have a look at that. These should stay on for longer. You can see how it holds it for longer. Then once that turns off, this redstone unpowers and pulls back those pistons. And when it deactivates, it sends a signal through this observer which pulses these two pistons, pulling back the stone block. So let's just have a look at that again. You can see that pulse forward. That's basically how it works, and the last step for you here is to just build a artificial area around it if you didn't make it into a mountain, and if you did, just make sure everything still looks natural. And I'd usually build it into a cliff, but if you can't do that, do something like I've done here with a little grass area. And in terms of the activation device, I'll have some other videos on my channel explaining different ways you can activate some cool circuits with hidden activators. But basically, that is it for this build. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to like and subscribe to my channel for more amazing content like this. I make sure to explain all my redstone contraptions in detail, and if you have any problems, make sure to chuck a comment down below and I will try and help you out. So thanks again, and I hope you have a great day.